Hey guys, Max here. Now let's talk about AirPods Max with USB C. So in the past, I tried the one with the lightning cable twice. When they first came out, I bought them at the original price, which was $549 and some change. And I returned them really quick because when you're paying $550, you're expecting to get the best. And honestly, there's a lot of things about these that is the best. The sound is amazing. The transparency is, there's no competition with the transparency when it comes to these. ANC, great. What didn't work for me at that point was the price and the fact that when I was going to the gym and working out and they're just moving around. So I didn't feel like there was enough hold for the gym. And usually if I'm wearing them, it's because I'm going to the gym. So if I'm laying down or if I'm bending down, whatever the workout that I'm doing that is not either sitting or standing, they were just moving around. So $550, I returned them. But the sound is what impressed me. So I ended up getting them again, not right away. I got the second with the lightning one, and I think I got it like for $400, which was a steal at that point. But I ended up returning them too because it's not the price now. Now I started noticing other issues. The fact that they just not stable on the head. They're moving around when I'm working out. That was the biggest negative for me with the second ones that I bought. So I ended up returning them because you constantly have to hold them in place in order to work out in any other position that's not sitting or standing. Even like if I'm working out, on my back and things like that, and you're definitely not in a sitting position and you feel them moving. So return them. Now I know these are pretty much the same as the ones with the lightning cable, the same chip. Um, the difference is now that it has, where is it? Here you go. It has a lightning cable and different colors. Now these, like I generally like to have products that are black in color. Midnight is close to black, but I'm more like a graphite black type of devices. That's what I like. I don't like them light. So these are passable. I wish they were closer to black, but they're blue. They're like dark blue. I wouldn't call them anything close to black. They just look blue. Um, so I got them. Again, I know there's not much different besides this port USB-C and the color. And honestly, I haven't used AirPod Maxes in probably like 2 years, and the sound is so much better than what I remember. And it's something that probably Apple has improved over the years with the software updates. The sound is amazing. Still the same issue of moving around, but I didn't pay $550 for them. I got them as an open item from Best Buy for $462, and they look immaculate. There's not a single scratch, nothing. So, and I literally got them the day after they were released. So my guess is somebody bought them, realized there's nothing different about them, so they just brought it right back. So I was expecting them to be perfect. Um, and honestly, the sound is great. They're still moving around, especially if I'm working out. So what I end up moving is I end up moving the band over here so that they stay in place if I'm laying down and working out. So still the same issue. The sound is great, ANC is great, transparency has improved so much. Like I had them on and I was listening to around me the sound, it felt like I didn't have them on. Like all of this is working for it great. But these are going back. And the only reason why they're going back is this mesh. When I have them in my head, literally this plastic piece is what's resting in my head. And I feel the pressure, especially when I'm working out. And as heavy as they are, after 20 minutes, it becomes unbearable. It becomes painful. Uh, it doesn't take much. And look at this, it doesn't really take much for this plastic to rest on my skull. So, and then also, this brawl looking type of case, um, it protects them, but because they're heavy, when taking them out of the case, they hit each other. So there's definitely higher chance of getting damaged over period of use. So now I'm looking into adding additional, like I was looking into buying like carbon fiber, armored fiber casing on top of it. Now, those are generally usually the least in weight, but still that's additional weight that's going to go on top of them. So that means these are going to be sitting heavier on top of my head, so definitely going to feel more pressure. So then I started looking into maybe buying a cushion, which there's definitely plenty of options on Amazon to buy this cushion that you could add on top of it. They're already very heavy, like significantly heavier than any of the headphones that I've tried. And like when I take them off and I put the Bose the Ultra over the ear ones, like I don't remember the whole name, but they're the latest ones that Bose has released. It is like wearing air on top of my head. These are heavy. So adding any extra accessories on top of them to prevent any damage and then to prevent having all that pain, they're just going to be so uncomfortable to wear based on all of that. So, but because they're constantly moving, I kind of force them to be very tight on top of my head, and this just becomes pain. So, and they're still moving around. So I can't imagine adding extra accessories. They're just going to be like swinging back and forth on top of my head. Yeah. Again, I love the sound, love the ANC and transparency, but the design, I think, is a biggest flaw for these. I would love to have them with a different cushioning over here. Definitely, probably plastic. You know, most of us just want the sound experience. It's nice to have premium material, but I bet most people will choose sound over the material. And hopefully Apple releases next variant of AirPod Max 2, taking consideration that a lot of people complain about how heavy they are. Although most of us have complained over the last 4 years since the one with the lightning cable came out, and literally Apple released exactly the same thing. So I don't know if they're actually listening to our suggestions, but I hope that next variant will be lighter and this mesh is not working. And even those that there's a lot of actually people out there who have reviews stating that these after usage no longer hold shape. And this literally is, I got them when they're like a day after they were released. So it's not even a year. Not even a year. So I can't imagine having them for a year. It's probably going to be like completely, this mesh is going to be a waste. And this is what a lot of complaints of people out there, this mesh does not hold up. I believe there is a way to change this mesh. It's not cheap from Apple. I don't want to put myself in a deeper financial hole because of these. And meaning I don't want to spend more money on these just to make them passable, comfortable. I think if I'm paying top dollar for headphones, they should already come fully, just put them on and go. Not something that I have to worry about, you know, the damage to the metal material or the longevity of this mesh, because I mean, look at this. I don't have to push much. It literally, it like this is not gonna last. It's not. So while I'm still in my return period, this is the third set since Apple ever released an AirPod Max. This is the third set that's going back. I think at this point, I'm not buying them again until Apple releases something that's different.